There was fanfare upon our return to the dry docks. Suppose everything's a bit exciting when it's a town as sleepy as Salvage. Bruno was there, and Seeker Elsa, some of the crew of the Jenny and the Silver Dancer as well. We've become something of local personalities, and they don't even know the half of it, but it's better that way. It is a blessing that Salvage has remained as it has for the years that I've known it. Eka prepared a fine feast to welcome us home, a huge fisherman's pie with a special little boat detail baked into the crust. I am touched to consider our humble scrap bucket depicted on the Quail's specialty pie. Humble. As if our humble scrap bucket isn't housing an elemental and all of its guarded secrets, but you know what I mean. It's nice. She didn't have to do that, but she did, and she was kind enough to cover the bill for us as well. Seeker Elsa bullied Mr. Greenleaf into staying a night at the Poppy. There is a sparkle about him, by the way, a far cry from the way he was last time we celebrated at the Quail. Kat and I decided to treat ourselves to a night at the Gold Dragon Inn, and didn't take up their usual lodgings and instead followed our lead. It's clear that both En and Luca are still in a bit of disarray, but that's to be expected. Ends return to their routine, laughing when needed, joking through silences, acting the part, for lack of a better word. And Luca, even with the warm welcome, it was not an easy journey. Lucky for them, Salvage doesn't expect too much too quickly. They have time apart, if needed, to find their feet and reorient themselves. Well, didn't take that much time. Luca was radiant the very next morning, shiny and pink as the dragon mark on the back of his neck. Perhaps all he needed was to be back on land. More likely, he had a chat with Seeker Elsa. An abundance of breakfast either way. All that aside, we'll be coming into good money soon. We visited the Blade Marks Guild, and our weary Yannick de Denith saw to it that we will be paid in full in the coming week. Or was it Yarrick? I don't recall. Either way, he doesn't want to be there, but he'll get us paid. After that, we plan to rejoin with Varys, split our costs, and celebrate. Sorry, Mr. Greenleaf. A taste of the lavish life to come, we visited the Selkies Song Spa, had a nice relaxing bath, shared some beverages, and I was given a massage that damn near sent me to Cyrania. I forgot I had a winter coat. I'm all shiny now, as is Cat. Fluffy, rather, and very, very soft. And I informed Seeker Elsa of my intentions to make Luca an anchor, by which I mean something physical to ground him in those dire moments where he loses his bearings. What more stabilizing thought than his bond with Elsa? And a sense of home. So that's where it stands. Varys' role as our captain is thus far complete. He's gone home now, nervous energy about him. First step taken, next step uncertain. Perhaps Ryga contacted him while he was gone. Perhaps not. When our pay comes in over the following week, our first mission as the Odds and Ends mercenary group will be complete. Kat will be off to finish the rest of her contract with the Jenny, wealthier now than how she arrived. My boat is complete. As I expected it, perhaps even better. State of the art, ready to go. And the maiden voyage of the scrap bucket is complete. Despite all the hiccups, we set off, and we came back. When the money comes and the tricky emotions inevitably settle, it's one less obstacle between Luca and En and the answers they seek. And I don't know. Rather, I haven't decided what comes next.
Very good.
Hello.
Hi.
We pick up in the wee hours of the morning. In the Nodding Poppy. Or do we? Monsoon season in Sharn. After a month of baking heat that beat down into the very bones of the city, dark clouds now envelop the towers in sluicing sheets of rain every day. If you stay in the middle of the city, it's not too cold, but nobody wants to be caught unawares by a sudden gutterful of tower spit. All the umbrellas and indoor trade makes it harder to get a 5-finger discount on your dinners. You need something to pawn off, preferably enough to feed you for the next week. You duck into a clothier's shop under the pretense of getting out of the rain and catch a glimpse of your teenage self in the mirror as you walk in. And if you could describe yourself.
Well, I'm not N. I have short, strawberry blonde hair, and my eyes are different, more droopy, thick lower lashes. My nose isn't right. My jaw is square. I'm her. I'm Slip. A liminal space. A persona between personas. But I'm me. Even if I'm not N. And I'm hungry. Of course I am.
A woman's voice calls out through the darkened racks of dresses and suits that surround you. That doesn't belong to you. You look down in your hand and there is a silver crescent moon-shaped brooch in it. What do you do?
I'm going to pretend like she's not talking to me. I'm going to hide it behind my body and try to get out of this place. Just duck out.
Yeah. You slip out into the city streets. Casual, not running, but moving quickly.
Well, I didn't
Quick
take
enough
anything.
that you're pretty sure. Yeah. You wander through the alleyways, corridors, indoor boulevards, taking twists and turns. And then suddenly you're back up outside the dress shop that you ducked in, with that same crescent moon symbol in the window.
Nah, that can't be right. I know these streets. I just got mixed up. I'll just turn around, I'll go somewhere else. It's fine.
You about face and start heading up a flight of broad stairs to a balcony ledge that should take you away from this place.
Well, it needs
You
to
do
be.
a big loop, wind around. You must have walked at least a block or three before you head back downstairs, and then you're back outside that dress shop. The brooch in your hand is ice cold.
No. That can't be right. It's not how this works. Not how Sharn works. There's always a way out. There's gotta be a way out. There has to be a way out.
This time, you're picking up the pace. You're running. You turn away and start running just straight down. You need to get an elevator out of here.
I'll take a shaft at this point. Anything.
You cut through crowds of busy people with their cloaks to the rain, knocking umbrellas out of the way as you weave in between bodies. You scramble into the full elevator, watch the lattice gate close before your eyes, and you take a little sigh of relief as it starts to descend.
Yeah, there's no way.
You look at the brooch again. Solid silver.
Yeah, it should fetch a pretty copper. Nice meal for me and anyone else who needs it. Someone else who needs it.
You turn around to lean your back up against the elevator wall, and the crowd of people that you were just in is now a rack of empty coats.
Okay.
The walls are dark. There's rain beating against the glass of the shop windows, mannequins stand in the way. You're back in that dress shop again.
For some reason, I don't question this as much as I just feel that horrible sinking gut feeling of being here. Can't be here right now. Can't be here right now. I need to go. I don't want to deal with this right now. I can't deal with this right now. I'm gonna start pushing through the clothes and just try to find the door. I just need to get out. I just need to get out. I just need to get out.
You extract yourself from the gripping sleeves that trail on you. A woman's figure approaches you, her heels clacking on the hardwood floor. Her voice is quiet and sharp like a knife. You shouldn't have stolen that.
She's not talking to me. She doesn't. I don't need to acknowledge her. I just need to get out.
Her figure grows taller. As she looms closer, you're desperately looking for a door, but you keep catching sight of this figure, this silhouette, in the reflections of the glass display cases. Did you think I wouldn't find out? I know what you've done. I know what you are.
I needed to. I'm sorry.
It wasn't yours to take.
I know. I'll do better next time.
A hand of the silhouette extends to you. What do you do?
I flinch back. I hold the brooch to my chest. I need it. I need this. I need this.
As you grab it and try to tug it close to your chest, you, feel a flinch of pain run up your hand. You look down and you're bleeding.
That can't be that sharp.
You look at the thing again and it's a dagger. It's the dagger.
I can't let go of it this time. Part of me wants to, but I can't. My fist won't unclench from the dagger. It's part of me now.
A woman's figure is getting closer now. You see the glint of horn-rimmed glasses, half moon shape, tall, flowing skirt, hair in a braid.
I try to hide the knife behind my back. I don't know what to say.
There's no use hiding it. There's no use hiding it. I know what you are. I know what you've done.
All I can do is stand there and bow my head.
You feel the room sort of shrink around you. The mannequins close in, their sleeves and drapes, holding you in place like guards. As this woman stands before you, you can't see her face properly, but that doesn't matter. You know who it is. You know how disappointed she looks at you. How disgusted she looks with you. You're not even going to act like you're sorry?
I can't say anything. I'm just a child. I'm just standing here, and I feel so small, and I know I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I know I didn't do what she wanted me to do. I know I wasn't good enough, and I can't say anything that's going to convince her otherwise. What do I have to say?
You choke up and try to scrub at your eyes and to avoid crying, but when you look at your hands, they're just soaked in blood. It's all over your clothes now. It's all over the other clothes now. The woman isn't approaching anymore. She's just standing there, looking at you.
I don't want to look back. I just look at the floor. I can't stand the thought of her looking at me.
You know what you're guilty of.
I nod. I can't do anything else, I know. I know I'm not good enough.
Why don't you just admit it? Why don't you just tell them all what you really are? You know it. I know it. Guilt swells in your chest for all the things you've done wrong.
I'm just trying not to break down and cry, because that'll just make this worse. Then I'll look weak. She'll be even more upset. I just grip the knife and I keep my head down. I just wait for it to be over. Just wait for an out.
She sighs, aggravated.
I'm sorry.
Sorry isn't going to cut it, kid. Did you really think you could get away with this? Do you want to end up back on the streets again? You need to be better than this. Or do I need to teach you a lesson?
I'll be better.
You, like, flinch as you say that.
Yeah, I know it's a lie.
Lamplight sort of swings close to your face. You feel an oppressive tightness as all the clothes crowd in around you, the mannequin bodies blocking you off. It starts to get distorted and the light is blinding, and then you wake up with your heart pounding in your chest. Disoriented.
Yeah, I think the first
you
thing...
can barely
I just kick off my covers.
What that... Yeah, you barely remember what the dream was about, really. Just that you're, like, stressed the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't want covers on me right now. I'm not even entirely sure why.
Yeah.
I just want them off.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get up because I've woken with such a aggravation and my heart's racing and I just can't lay there. So immediately I want to get up.
Yeah. Sunlight streams through the windows.
Well, at least it's morning.
Yep.
I'm gonna find my bag and I'm gonna go through it, make sure I have everything. End up pulling out the box of dark chocolates that Luca got Kai, shove it back into the bag. It's the aggravated feeling about all of this.
Yeah.
Mm,
Do you go to your desk? What are you doing other than like just rummaging around?
through my stuff. God, I think I just want to move around. I don't like being in this small space right now. And I
Yeah.
just start my day, leave my room,
Okay.
wash up,
Okay.
like the sweat off of me.
Yeah.
Try to be quiet about it so I don't wake other people, but
Yeah. You hear sort of the distant sounds of breakfast being made and so on. You think Luca's upstairs in the shower, probably.
great. I need air, so I think I'm gonna try and get to the garden, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's try and slink my way out into the garden. Casual.
Make,
It's fine.
make a stealth check. Yep. You slip outside and are able to walk around the garden. Fresh air. It's still a little bit cool from the nighttime. There's dew on the plants and stuff, but being outside is already helping. You've got clear sky above your head.
Yeah, feels good. Just gonna probably do like laps around the garden.
Yeah.
Not like aggressive laps, but
Running,
casual.
But just, yeah, just
Ambling
taking a
around
walk.
in
Yeah.
circles.
You look at the plants, look at the tree.
Sometimes I tap at my hand just to make sure. 'Cause I feel so out of sorts. I don't even feel like I'm in the right body sometimes.
Yeah. Slowly you settle back into your skin. It was just a dream. Just a stupid dream. Not even like one of your weird ones, if you think about it. Just a normal, stupid dream about being a teenager. It's fine.
Stupid stuff. Long gone. I don't think about that crap anymore. Tower spit on it.
Yeah.
Looking at the poppy just reminds me I have to go back in there.
Mm-hmm.
Sooner rather than later before I start rousing suspicion for my behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, eventually I'll just wander back in. Just trying to remain casual and normal. It's just a dumb dream anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling better, so it's fine.
Yep. I think Luca and Seeker Elsa are both in the kitchen. There's breakfast set out. I imagine it's bread rolls,
Ooh,
cheese, cold meats, jam.
looks good. Who am I complimenting for breakfast today?
Oh, Did they come in through the back door?
Yes, they came in from the garden.
Yeah.
When did you go outside?
Oh, just earlier. I woke up kind of early, so I decided to just go for a little walk, enjoy the ground under my feet and the fresh air that doesn't smell like ocean. Well, smells less like ocean.
Seeker Elsa.
I'm gonna make an insight check on Anne.
Yeah. Sure.
How are you feeling? Ooh.
Antsy, I would
Yeah.
say.
They woke up early
Uh-uh.
and usually sticks to a pretty
Oh.
strict routine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Luca
So
would know that
something-
routine.
Something
woke
knocked
them
them
up.
out of their routine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No worries. Good thing breakfast. And I hold up whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah. Maybe frying some bacon to put on the bread rolls.
Yeah. Yum.
Seeker Elsa says, "Oh, I took the liberty of buying some extra bread rolls the other day.
Nice.
Since we're
You're so
close to the
kind.
bakery now."
And slips into their seat. Oh, good. I'm starving.
Mm-hmm. You settle in for breakfast. I think Sika Elsa asks the two of you if you have any plans for the day.
Yeah. I was gonna head back into Regalport. Actually, I have a few errands to run since we just got back and all.
Oh,
Did you
that
need-
sounds nice.
Do you need any help with anything?
I should be fine. Don't worry. Nothing you're needed for, Luca. And it's gonna give you like a knowing smirk.
All right. In that case, I'll stay here with my favorite Sika.
Yeah, I'm sure you two could do with some quality time. It's been so long.
It wasn't that long, but I won't lie and say I'm not glad to have the both of you back.
Good to be back.
I think we'll cut the scene there.
Yep.
Willow, you and Kat are checking out of the Gold Dragon.
Yes. Looking rested.
Mm-hmm. Kat's got a little pep in her step after a nice couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Stretches her arms out and rolls her shoulders. So, cleaning day?
Cleaning day. Willow
And the
looks
two of
like...
you-
Oh, they got like... I imagine Willow's got like a faint sparkliness about them. Like,
Mhm.
usually Willow's quite like... They're not got great posture, but they do stand upright. Whereas like when they're checking out this time, Willow's like elbows on the on the counter, cheeks in their elbow. Still got that leftover shine from the salon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And had a nice time overnight. So,
Yep.
cleaning time. Time to do laundry.
Yeah. You and Kat head down to the docked but on water this time scrap bucket to start doing laundry and tidying up what remains of your journey. Not that it's like in a huge mess, but it's still like it's been traveled in for quite a while. You could really do with a change of sheets on that bed.
Oh, definitely. It's one of the first things Willow's gonna do.
Yeah. So
Just like
that's when
wipe down the wheel and mop.
Yeah, mop the top
Yeah.
deck,
Mm.
clean up the kitchen, throw out any trash,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Do you think Luca would have been... Oh, no, he would have collected them by now. Never mind. He wouldn't have lost any of his cards. He seems like he is the type to count them all back, even if he's too drunk to do it cleanly.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
would have checked the next morning to make sure
Yeah.
that they were all there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
don't worry.
Yeah.
No cards, but I imagine you find like maybe a scrap of paper or a doodle somewhere.
Yeah. Could be the leftovers too from when Willow was explaining like boat stuff to Luca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, that sort of thing. Just, miscellaneous travel detritus.
Yep. Band name.
Yeah. Kat is whistling while she works.
Willow would play music
Yeah. Fish dog bopping.
Willow hasn't checked on the elemental in a bit, and I think they are deliberately not going down there for now.
Yeah.
Mainly
You've
focusing
got
on the
enough
top
to...
deck.
Yeah, you've got enough to sort out and make sure this space is, like, habitable for you and Cat.
Yeah. Yep.
Anything you want to discuss? Like, idle, chill chatter?
I imagine it being just kind of the usual small talk.
Yeah,
And a lot of,
usual
like,
banter.
just kind of grooving. Yeah. Grooving to music together kind of vibes, like, sort of comfortable, quiet.
Yeah.
Occasional, like, Willow will probably ask if the Jenny, or when the Jenny needs Cat back.
Yeah.
For
Cat
tasks.
Cat says that she's probably going to go out tomorrow and do the rounds, make sure everything gets back to its proper place. See if they've found a replacement captain yet, or if somebody's been promoted.
Yeah. I think someone did get promoted last sesh. I don't remember. Yeah, either way, Willow's, like, not surprised. It's all just kind of, like, comfortable. Yeah, as expected. Things moving as expected kind of thing. Willow's probably talking about, like, eventually someone will want to come back from the docks with work for Willow to do as well.
Yeah.
That's why getting their workplace ready again. Living space / workspace. Yeah.
Packing away the fold-up table.
Yeah.
Extra chairs and such. Oh, good. Yeah.
Chill. Nice morning.
Chill.
Goes probably quite quickly.
Okay. So, give me... Yes?
Can we... You know the prestidigitation... The cleaning stone, yeah?
Yes?
Can that clean laundry? Can you press clothes against it?
Technically, yes. I think that might be, like, some of the laundry service is, like, that. The risk that you run with that is that it could either not get everything out or be too rough on the fabric.
Thread count. Gotcha. So there's a laundromat in Salvage?
Yeah, there's laundry service in Salvage.
Nice.
There's people who do laundry. Not like automatic, but yes, magical launderers. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Just Cat and Willow, like, taking a basket with all the sheets. And, like, the hammock pillowcases, more or less. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing the waddle across Salvage with our laundry baskets.
Yep. Not an uncommon sight.
Nah. It's a cute day. Willow's enjoying their time just chatting with the cat. Cat's easy, comfortable company.
Yeah. You're just talking about, like, absolutely whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the weirdest thing you've ever seen a seagull take.
Yeah.
That sort of thing, or, like...
Bow trivia. Willow probably know, like, bow trivia. Have you ever considered trying this other kind of bow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chit-chat.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check, Willow.
Okay. Oh. Perception. Da 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 da. Sheet is loading. Da 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 da. It has loaded. Nice.
Cool. Then you see, N. Are you N or are you Kai?
I'm still in.
Okay. So you see N heading down to the ferry towards Regalport.
Can I insight? What's N's vibe as they walk there? Does that need insight? Or can I just...
They are... I think they're walking with purpose, like they've got stuff to do today. But it's like, I don't...
It's still normal. It's not...
Yeah.
Not anything outstanding.
It's not... They're not running or anything. They're just like, yep, I've got stuff to do. Don't want to be late for the ferry.
Okay. Well, if N looks like they're on a bit of a mission, I think Willow's not gonna do anything about it. But Willow will pause. Oh, we'll look. If Kat notices or anything. Don't know if...
I think she might notice and, like, wave if N looks in your direction, but other than that, nothing, really.
If Kat waves or something, I kind of imagine N doesn't see us. N seems like they're focused.
Yeah, probably not. Unless you call out or something.
Yeah. Unlikely. I think you're a bit too far away for...
Yeah. Yeah. No, Willow will let N do what it is, whatever it is that N's doing. Though they do note that you have been noted.
Thanks.
Yep. Cool. I think Sarah is still not at keyboard, so I will continue to follow N into Regalport.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah, probably in the transition on the ferry between Salvage and Regalport, and we'll change over at some point into Kai when it's appropriate.
Yep.
So by
Easy enough to do.
By the time they get into Regalport, they're Kai, and first thing he's gonna do is just go on over to his mailbox and see if he's gotten any mail in his absence.
You check the post. I think Kai was, like, smart enough to, like, make a note to Vise before you left that you're like, hey, I'm gonna be out of town for a bit, but I'll come out. I'll come back. I'll let you know when I come back. So I don't think there's anything major in there. Do you have newspaper subscriptions, do you think?
Good question. I mean, when we looked at the newspapers in the library, they didn't really, like, have a lot of useful information for what Ed was interested in, did they?
No, but those were older newspapers, not current ones. I'm asking if you're, like, keeping up to date with stuff.
I mean, yeah, probably now, especially getting back after being absent for a while. I'll probably find a newspaper to just catch up on what's been going on in Regalport.
Yeah, it's easy enough. They sell them at the post office as well. Or, like, there's a nearby thing where it's like, cool, you go to check your P.O. box and you can check the newspaper. Give me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
With advantage, as you spend some time.
That's
good. There we go.
Kai looks at it first. This is not helpful to me. Kai sits down, opens it. Here we go.
Yeah.
Kai will just find somewhere to sit and flip through it.
Yeah. Yep, easy enough to do. So there are a handful of articles that catch your eye. The first one is vaguely about High Prince Ryger. The headline is, "Could a convocation of the princes be on the horizon?" It says something like, High Prince Ryger is making his return to Regalport this month with an intent to make birth for an extended period. Could this be a sign that the bastard son of the Winarns has greater plans in mind that require him to take the helm of his port of call? And then it's like fluff describing Ryger's past achievements in getting Lazar principalities recognized as a nation in the Treaty of Thronehold. And then like speculation on further moves to unify the region and what that could mean, like wealth, stability, greater freedoms, all that sort of PR stuff, but so you sort of pick out the interesting bits of like, High Prince Ryger is returning this month. Good. You already knew that to some extent. But he's apparently going to be staying for a while, which is news.
Interesting.
The other one that you see is a bit of promotional material for something, a culture and arts exhibition titled A New Corvair. The Grand Auction Hall in the Pirate Exchange will be hosting a gallery event from the 14th of Dravago, displaying forward-facing artworks that evoke the future of our post-war society. Artists from Regalport and beyond look to the west with impartial eyes, displaying their hopes, fears, and dreams for the once united Kingdom of Galifar. House Thorani will be hosting the auction night on the 18th of Dravago, and the gallery will remain on display until the end of the month.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. You have your dates, then.
Yeah. So, one can assume that Edmund will be back before then.
Yeah.
And kind of either
Not
looks
just
in
that.
the direction of the crown, even though it's like nowhere in sight here. Just
Yeah,
I know.
You look towards
Yeah.
that sort of district of the city.
General direction.
Mm-hmm. So, you have a date, and you even have a date where you know he'll probably be out for the night. And you're familiar with the Grand Auction Hall. You have a contact there.
Indeed. Got an idea of a portion of the layout, though knowing the whole layout would be nice. We have time to iron out the details of this situation. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You've got at least 2 weeks of prep time.
That'll have to be enough. So, I will fold up the newspaper when he's done with it.
There's one last article that catches your eye, which is a bit of alarmist article that says, flesh-eating vermin cause Flophouse shutdown.
Huh.
A veteran of the last war was found several days dead in a less than reputable establishment. The room had been paid for in advance for a week, meaning that it was only after the guest failed to check out that the staff found the body in a gruesome state. Rats, roaches, and other vermin had begun their wretched work of breaking down the cadaver lying in its bed, starting with the eyes. Then goes on to say that current investigation by Mittani licensed inquisitives says that the cause of death was poisoning by narcotics, though whether intentional or accidental, there is no comment. The Port Authority has called for the establishment to voluntarily shut itself down for cleaning or else face legal repercussions.
Okay. Now, I could just be imagining things. I do have a very, tunnel vision about certain things right now. However, Kai stares at that alarmist article for a very long time. Where was this again?
This is down by the docks in, the warehouse district. It's basically a really cheap place.
Yes. Of course it is. Of course it is.
I think, Cooper's Row even.
All right.
I think it's just called, The Birth.
Mm-hmm.
B-E-R-F.
B-E-R. Yeah.
B-E-R-T-H.
Yep. I got you. Yeah. I might just, mosey on down there. Just have a look at the place.
Mhm.
You know, just look. I'm just looking.
Yeah. Cool. Well, while Kai heads down that away, let's cut back to Luca.
Me? Little old me?
Yes. What you up to today?
I am having a very routine day because the routine of being back in the puppy is making me feel stable.
Nice. Yeah. In that case, you are getting back into the role of Nurse Luca. You are helping do daily check-ins and handing out medicine when people come in. You're bringing Seeker Elsa cups of tea between patients.
Cleaning up after
Greeting.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly even handing out, like, tissues to people who have, like, come in with a unseasonable sniffle.
Yeah.
People who have been too excited for the changing weather and, I don't know, slept with windows open, that sort of thing of, like, it's not summer yet.
Not yet, buddy. No, yeah, I'm just having a very regular day.
Mm-hmm. Anything on your mind in particular, or
I'm
well, you're having your regular day?
I am thinking about what I discussed with Seeker Elsa, but I feel like I can't do anything with that until we sit down and have like another chat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think around lunchtime, N is still out, so
Yeah, and probably
I
told
imagine
you
you
that
set us.
N was going to be out until
Yeah.
late. So, like, don't wait up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I think, like, as force of habit or like your personal desire, you set aside a plate in like the cooling box for N to have when they get back.
Yeah.
Just a nice simple lunch. And you sit down for lunch with Seeker Elsa for a bit. You chat a little bit, and the topic of conversation eventually winds around to what you discussed earlier, although you both know that you're not going to get into it deeply over lunch.
You know.
But you'd like discuss setting aside some time and what Seeker Elsa plans, which is that the first step to handling these flashbacks is to recognize the warning signs of when they might come on.
Mm-hmm.
Because while they can feel like they come out of nowhere, usually there is some sort of either physical or emotional result, like warning just before it hits. And she wants to help you identify those, as well as anything that might potentially trigger these effects. Like, obviously, being caught in magical combat is clearly going to be one.
Yes. Getting
Write that down.
bombed does tend to bring things to the surface.
Yeah, that was a particularly extreme example.
But
it could also be things like certain amounts of stress, like being in situations where you are already in a state of physical arousal where you're like already on like the defense, and that might bring more things to the surface.
Yeah.
So yeah, that will be your first sort of step to working on this together, is figuring out what the warning signs are for you and what the triggers are. Because you can't really deal with these when you're already in the thick of them.
Yeah.
So it's best to try and catch them before they go too far, you know?
Preventative approach.
Yes. It's about managing it. And part of that managing includes being aware of the full effects.
Yeah. I seem like positive about all this.
Yeah. I think Seeker Elsa also looks out the window towards the sea and says, "Has N said anything to you recently, or?"
About anything in particular?
Well, they've just been out of the house quite a bit.
No, they haven't. Not for lack of trying.
I see. Well, suppose I'll just have to ask when they come back.
They might appreciate that.
She gives you a smile. And speaking of N, shall we cut back to Kai stooping around?
Yeah.
Stooping.
That's apt enough, I'll say it. Yeah, he's gonna go down to the berth and see what's what about the place. It's still closed down, I assume.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is a big closed sign, and you see maybe like one person standing outside that's like on a break. You think that might be the people who are responsible for getting rid of the vermin. Big burly guy, probably like stub of a cigarette in his mouth. 5 o'clock shadow, even though it's like 1 p.m.
Wow, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah. Just has that kind of face where it's like the stubble shows up really, really dark really quickly.
Yeah.
Or else maybe he hasn't shaven in a couple days. Who knows?
That's his business.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like it's closed down. Looks like there's maybe a cleaning crew or something in there.
Right, so there's like probably other people inside.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's all dark. I would describe this place as like a 4-story apartment building type thing. But like crammed onto the edge of a warehouse. Where it's like, it looks like there was either another building here, or this was just like part of the warehouse that's been modified into accommodations.
Right.
But it really is like a bit of a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
You've seen worse, but you've also seen a hell of a lot better, so...
Yeah. Well, if this is what I don't want to say suspect, because we have no concrete proof at this point, but if it's anything like I'm thinking, it makes sense that they would pick someone out of a place like this.
Mm-hmm.
The cleaning crew is already here.
Yeah. That being said, it's not like it's a high security area.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what my exact approach is going to be, what exactly I want to do.
Yeah.
Can I get inside without 5 o'clock Shadow noticing me? Can I like go around to like a window or a back door and like pick my way in? Out of his sight.
5 o'clock Shadow is his father. He is 1 o'clock Shadow.
My apologies. I'm about to bypass this man. I'm not going to start respecting him now. Let's get into this place.
Okay. Yeah. Make a perception check, and then if you roll good, you can get advantage on your stealth check.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, you can definitely find a way around the back. There is for sure a back door that you just need to cut into an alley, and then it's probably not that hard to climb a couple crates to get in a first floor window.
Nice.
It's basically a staircase at this point, so make a stealth check with advantage.
Alrighty. Nice.
Nice.
So, can I hear anyone in here? Like, I want to, like, listen.
Yeah, there's
creaking.
Yeah, I imagine they're still on the ground floor.
So, I would assume the newspaper might tell me.
From the ground up.
What room?
Yeah. I don't think it's... I don't think it said which room.
Okay. That's fine. We'll find it. The one that smells. Presumably.
Yeah. You know they're starting from the ground floor up, but there is probably a blocked off door you can just like quickly scan around. Or hell, you have spells. You could just listen in and find out those details. Or you could just eavesdrop.
I think we're gonna start with the good old ears and see what that can get me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kai's gonna creep around and try to just listen in on whatever the cleaners are talking about.
Yeah. Cool. Give me an investigation check, I think.
All right.
Okay. It takes a while, but you find out it is on the 3rd floor.
All right. Well, up I go then. I'm gonna go and find this room and see if I can't poke my head inside.
Yeah. Yeah. You head on up. The door in question is... I think, like, there's rope over it. Like, safety tape, basically.
Can I work around it?
Contamination? Yeah, like, it's not that hard to
I don't want to cut it.
Past.
I just want
Yeah, yeah, it's not like... It's just to cordon it off. It's not like barricading the place, because people will still have to go in and out.
Yeah.
But it is like, don't go in here.
Yucky.
Yeah. The stench is obvious just from like standing outside the door. Obviously, like, it's not closed either, is the thing.
Cool. Well, that makes my job easy. Gonna get like a handkerchief or something that I have and put it over my mouth.
Yeah. It's obvious it's like basically a mattress on the floor, but obviously all the bed clothes have been taken off long by now, if not burned. The mattress itself is like a bit unwieldy. so it's still there. And there's still this sort of sickly stench. There's a bit of a man-shaped stain.
Yeah.
God.
Also, as a note, I think Kai has changed his clothes into whatever uniform the cleaners are wearing, just
Yeah.
to blend in a bit
Easy.
more, in case someone walks in.
Yeah, just some overalls and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean,
in overalls in the corpse-stained room. Yes.
yes. Man-shaped stain, another band name.
All right. Yes. So I'm here now. There's the man-shaped stain in the bed. That's fine.
Yeah. What you looking for?
What am I looking for? Well, let's see. I guess things like if there was any evidence of a struggle, if there's any of this guy's belongings still here, if there's any, like, things that seem like they shouldn't be in the room. There's one part of me that's like, maybe there's some sort of calling card or detail that the Snapdragons leave at the scene of their crimes. I doubt it, but I'll, like, keep my eye out for, like, something like that. I don't know. Carve an eye into the wall. I don't know.
Okay. Make a... Make a perception check. Looks like this room has been cleared out pretty thoroughly.
Yeah.
Other than the stained mattress that was left behind, it looks like anything relevant must have been either thrown out or taken away. So you feel like too little too late. It would have probably been more useful if you had seen the body.
Yeah.
But
No.
you have no conclusive evidence in either direction.
That's fair. Nothing under the mattress or any nooks and crannies.
Nope.
Well,
You can do one last investigation check to check for hidden things.
might as well. I went through all the effort.
Okay. You look around the room, and sort of, look around the mattress area in specific. You shuffle it around a bit, and I think you find a smudge of something like orangey red.
Huh.
That is, like, definitely not blood. I don't think you know what it is, but it's not blood.
Can I take it? Can I, like, cut out a wedge? And, like, put it in a something?
If you have, like, a glass vial or maybe some paper, you could scratch it off the ground and see if you can
Yeah, well, I have my
get
book.
it analyzed. It's like a, yeah, okay, so you get a little tear out of paper, scrape it off with a knife, and fold it away. It's like, maybe it's paint?
Ugh. Well, it's something, so.
Yeah. All you know is that it's definitely not blood, and it's, like, pretty out of place.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure that pesky little mystery out later then.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's nothing else here. I will just leave the way he came in.
Yep. Alright. Cool.
And maybe check the dumpster on the
Easy
way
enough.
out, just to see if there's
Yeah.
anything new thrown in there, like anyone's books
Okay.
or something. Just, Kai's
Yeah.
not unfamiliar with
Yeah.
dumpsters. He put fish dog in
Yeah.
there before.
Yeah. Okay.
Casually pokes his head in and leaves it alone if there's nothing in there. It like stands out.
Make one last investigation check.
Casually checks your garbage bins.
Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
Nope. Just cleaning crew's already making use of this dumpster, is what you can tell.
Oh.
It's not worth digging in there.
Nope.
So
Drops the lid.
you open it up, see a bunch of like. We just see the reverse shot of Kai's face, like with a mild look of like disgust, and the dumpster lid closes again,
Yeah. And Kai will wander
and then
off
you leave.
and just get some fresh air somewhere. Because
Yeah.
that was a very unpleasant for the senses experience.
Oh yeah. I think after that we just see like go check in with Vise and be like, hey, I'm back in town, and it's like, cool, I'll see if there's any work for you
Yeah.
around, if you're looking for jobs or not.
Yeah. Guy is keeping their schedule open pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, feel free to send me jobs. I might take them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think casually Kai's just gonna kind of wander around the exchange and look for both a good place to maybe find a chess set, and they're also looking for playing cards.
Okay. You looking to buy yet, or?
For the chess set, I'm just scoping out potential sources to like bring Willow and the
Okay.
others later.
Yeah.
For the cards, I'm
Uh,
specifically looking for one that's like pirate or Lazar or principalities themed.
Okay. 1 second while I look up some things. It's raining outside in real
Oh,
life.
is that what that is? Wow.
Yeah. It's like pouring, which is nice. It's been very dry here, so
Good.
let me go check. That's playing card set. Yeah, easy to find a playing card set for a nice one, let's say 5 silver.
Yeah, I'll go with nice. I'm not hurting for money.
Yeah. And you definitely won't be in a week or so.
Mm-hmm. So no problems there. I'll get a nice deck of cards.
Yeah. And let's say that give me a perception check for the chess set. You'll probably be able to find a place when you next come back here. But you
Yeah.
don't find like a good one in particular.
Yeah.
You did some browsing, but there wasn't anything that really like stood out to you just yet. So
Yeah. It's not
Maybe next
necessarily
time.
something I want to choose just all on my own anyway. So
yeah.
just scoping it
Cool.
out for now.
All right. Let's skip forward to the next day. 2nd of Dravago. I think N comes back later that night. You find that there is dinner left out for you. Or there's a note that dinner has been left for you.
Does it have one of Luca's little smiley faces on it?
Absolutely. Of course it does.
Of
Do
course
you even have
it
to
does.
ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is going to take that into their room and eat
The food or the note?
both. The note is attached to the food, so they'll just take both and bring it into their room.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's skip forward to the next day. Kat is off to make do with the crew of the Jenny. And then Luca, what are you up today?
I believe we had plans to help Willow clean their boat.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, and
you just dropped by
Yeah.
after breakfast?
yeah,
I'll probably take some breakfast as well, because I assume
Okay.
that Willow
always bring
remains
food.
unfed.
At all times.
Yep.
yeah.
I imagine that Willow started, like Willow might have gone for a walk with Kat while Kat was going into
Yeah.
the Jenny crew, and then like just continued
Yeah.
from there, done the usual bakery rounds. By the
Yeah.
time and also I imagine that like the night before, it was just like a easy dinner too, like after
Yeah.
after a day of cleaning, just kind of like a stand-up
Yeah.
dinner, and then so yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But Willow would be awake by the time you guys get there.
Yep.
Probably not
Easy.
doing much. They're just standing.
I think
In
I
the
think you're
kitchen.
just like I think you're just like mentally going over the what needs to be done list and what you're going to hand out to who.
I don't know if we actually planned like as a group when you guys would come to clean, so I'm not sure if Willow's like
No, I don't think
Willow's-
we did. So it's
yeah,
more
no,
of a
Willow's not
we're gonna show up.
unprepared. Yeah, but it's not Willow's not planning.
Well,
like,
I
oh, yes, they're
imagine it's
coming
not
today.
okay. I think okay, in that case it's just Willow going over the list of like things they still need to do for themselves, and then Luca and Dan show up.
Yeah, I genuinely
With, like-
think that Willow's gonna be doing that stand of like just staring into space in the middle of their living area.
Woman doing math. Woman doing math gif.
Yeah.
But like, okay, here's what I need to do. This is what needs to be done in this order of like, okay, to clean this I need to do that, and then first I have to sweep and then mop and then
It's
yeah.
honestly a little more head empty than Math's meme.
Yeah.
There's a white noise
Just-
happening behind Willow's eyes.
Oh boy.
Buffering.
Yeah, Willow's buffering. There's a distinct, like, empty, devoid of thoughtness about it. But, like, full of...
When
devoid
you-
of
when you
thought in the
enter-
way of, oh, so much thought.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
you enter a room and you kind of forget what you were doing. But you know you have purpose, so you're just like loading.
There's a lot on Willow's mind, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You guys knock, you're gonna startle them.
Yeah.
Bing
Yeah.
bong.
Ding dong.
Yeah, Willow jumps out of their head empty, head full moments, and I wonder if they know it's you. Either way, they'll just answer the door.
I brought food.
What'd you bring?
Oh.
Whatever I made for breakfast.
Okay, so like, I'm gonna say, bacon and egg sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh.
You had a fry up for breakfast, and you just put the extra in bread rolls to make it easier to travel.
Yeah.
So that was a belated roll for the vibe of Willow's startle. At least they immediately know it's you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
How
Willow-
goes the ship cleaning?
Better.
Have you
Willow
scrubbed it
gestures
of
to the
all
rest.
evidence of Varys yet?
Yes. I think so. Except for the nameplate, I guess.
Ah, yes. And like leans back and peers towards it. Like leans back out of the threshold.
Yes, I'm going to inside check both of you.
All right.
What's your vibes? Ha!
Oh my gosh, and
And seems distracted, but
Lucas seems fine.
nothing in particular.
Luca's been working on his therapy, so
Yeah.
I imagine like each day around like dinner time, you and Seeker Elsa start having those conversations about like how to recognize things, going over breathing exercises. You already know, but it's always good to reinforce things.
Yeah.
Especially in new contexts. So, you've been doing mindfulness exercises.
No.
That sort of thing.
There's not much expectation for you guys. Really, pretty much like lets you come in when you talk about how the cleaning's going.
Yeah.
You've basically lived in here for a bit, so.
Yeah.
Willow will mention that they haven't really touched downstairs other than the hammock and such, but
Oh, maybe we can get started on that today.
you don't have any other plans?
Ben shrugs. Nope. Not today.
Yeah, Willow looks at you.
And looks back. Just flat, normal.
Yep.
So I imagine you all get to cleaning.
Eats first, but yes.
Yeah.
Willow will assign them stuff to do.
Yeah. Luca can help move crates and stuff around so that you can actually do, like, a proper sweep
Yeah.
down in
and
the
get
storage
the-
area and such.
Yeah.
En's gonna get really into like dusting and mopping.
Bro, you know,
Shining.
I was about to say, En's about to be given a dustbin, is what I was just about to say.
Nice. Yep.
So, yeah, there you go. You have
Yeah.
dustpan energy or a broom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca and
so-
Willow are, like, cooperatively moving furniture and is doing the sweeping underneath, getting out any,
Yeah.
like, hair
Yep.
holes, dust bunnies, that sort of thing.
They're in the zone
Bro.
about it.
Luca's gonna do the couch lift, isn't he?
Yeah.
Willow's gonna start like shouldering their couch over and be like, oh damn, like trying to do it without like damaging the floor at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we bolt that down? We'll figure it out. Luca can. We'll dislodge it just
I
for the sake of
imagine-
Luca doing his
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible lift.
I imagine, like, it's one of those things where you can lift it up if you need to, or, like, it's lifting up pieces of furniture
Yeah.
or boxes and stuff. Like, there's lashings and stuff to make sure it stays put while at sea and then is able to
Can
be
be
moved
adjusted.
around when not.
Yeah, Willow would love stuff like that. Like things that lock into place. And then
Yeah.
unlock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versatile.
I imagine
adaptable.
that's pretty standard for ship interiors.
Yeah.
Because you never know what you might have to put in or out of a ship.
Yeah.
That's why you have bulkheads and stuff.
They haven't gone to the elemental engine room yet. I think at one stage they're going to ask En, you want to say hello to your friend?
No. I don't see why not. I'm sure they miss me.
Me?
Hello, Luca.
Hi.
Luca
No.
holding a crate with one hand, Twinkles with the other.
Now to say
Yeah.
hello to my other friend.
Willow?
Hello, Willow.
Hi.
En's like slowly sliding towards the engine room as they're saying hello to everyone. Yeah, they'll go in there.
Wow, it's really bucketing. Sorry. I'll be right back. You guys chat. I'm gonna
Okay.
close the window.
Okay.
Yeah, and sliding towards the engine room. They seem keen to have a look at it.
Yeah.
They've otherwise been very in the zone about cleaning up things.
I think Willow would have told you to go have a gander when it seemed like, you know, your role was not as necessary.
When all the dust has been
But Lu-
dusted.
Yes, would Luca gladly. I feel like Luca would be good cleaning bathroom area.
Oh yeah. That's where you get pretty, so
Yeah, that's yeah. Imagining Luca having a great time like scrubbing
yeah.
and
Yeah.
polishing the mirror and like looking at himself polishing, you know, just seems like his wheelhouse.
Yep.
Willow's probably working mainly on their workshop area and like cleaning that up. And En is now in the elemental room?
Yeah,
Alone?
they've probably left the door open. It's not like it's something they have to
Okay.
hide right now, so they've just gone in there to have a look at the thing.
Yep. Crystal is disengaged, but still housed in the little input that it's in. You
Yeah.
hear the sound of water flowing.
We certainly do. Down your windows.
It's ambience. It's fine.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
it's perfect. Immersive.
Yeah. I think N is like holding the copper coin in their hands, but they're not sure. They're not sure if they want to use the spell or not.
Yeah.
They're just kind of watching it. And I think they'll say hello with their awakened mind without detect thoughts.
Mhm.
Just say hello.
Yeah. Make a persuasion check. Not like this is just to get the demeanor of how it is towards you.
Yeah.
I think you just see it continue. It doesn't really pause or do anything unusual.
That's
You
fine.
notice that this room is like considerably cooler than the rest of the boat. There's like a sort of ambient humidity that is making it pretty cold. It's like cold, wet basement a little bit, but without the
Right.
mustiness of it.
Yes.
Seems appropriate. Yeah, I think N's just gonna like play with the coin in their hands, but not actually utilize it for spellcasting. Just to
Yeah.
keep their hand busy.
Mm-hmm.
As they just kind of stare at the dragon shard and zone out a bit.
Yeah. I think after a bit, Willow's going to appear in the door, and seeing that N is doing their copper thing and staring blankly, Willow's going to ask, "Working your magic?"
And we'll turn around to look at Willow. No, just keeping my hands busy. And it's gonna like flip the coin and catch it.
Hmm.
Don't want to bother it too much, right?
It's water. Willow like gives a face of like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, well. Maybe it's better if I don't get too comfortable, right?
Just insight checking you. Oh! You know what? Don't worry about it, because at the same time, that kind of winded, like, feeling, yeah, don't worry. Willow's going to, say nothing and start looking out towards the rest of the boat, unless Zeke wants to pop in and tell me how that's worse.
Do we need to clean up this room too?
No.
No?
I think there is just that winded.
Yeah.
You get taken off guard again.
Did N ask
I
something?
do think.
Oh.
I do think Luca is hearing all of this. I will say.
Yeah.
So if Luca wants to interject at all, please do. Such as asking how N is talking to the thing.
Right. Well, how are you doing that?
Luca just appears in the door. Like, how? What? How are you doing that?
Yeah. What's going on? What's all this then?
Have you told him anything about this, Willow?
Not a word.
Right. Well, long story short, I can kind of talk to the elemental, and then it's gonna jab at the elemental with their thumb, like point at it.
I can do that too.
I mean, how to put this delicately? I think it understands me, and I can understand it, as if not exactly a conversation, but
It's not
Wow.
a conversation. It's communication. Somewhat speaking this air quotes same language. Comprehensible language.
something like that. Remember how I told you that I can read minds, Luca?
Yes.
Whoa!
Yikes.
It's thunderstorming.
Damn.
You know what? I'm gonna say this is.
Let's just say it's a rainy day in Salvage.
Yeah, let's just say that like you got there before it started raining and now it's coming down.
Bro, that's so...
Nice.
It's a common fear for any sailor. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, you know what's fun? I hope that the thunderstorm hit and Willow's full body flinched at the same time around that nat one. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Anyway.
You know what?
I'll
Yeah,
do it.
let's say that was that.
Yeah. So you
Yeah,
talk
so-
to it,
I
and it talks back.
I can use the power that I use to read minds to kind of delve into it a little bit, into its thoughts. It doesn't really have like thoughts like you and I do. It's more like feelings. I can kind of get an idea of how it feels. Its emotions, I suppose. And when I speak to it, and it's gonna tap their brain, in my head, and what constitutes as a head in this thing? Doesn't matter. We can kind of understand each other, it seems. I can tell it to do something, and granted it feels like doing it, it will cooperate.
Uh-huh.
Which is news to me, too.
I think Willow's a little like I kind of imagine that Willow was like half out the door and Luca has appeared on the other side of the door frame with like not deliberately blocking off vibes, but he's got that like
He's just big.
arm on the door frame, large.
Yeah.
And Willow got a bit shaken
charge.
before and like yes, and not fully absorbing what N's saying, despite the fact that they kind of commented before. They're still a bit like so I think they're gonna get a bit like it's an uncomfortable kind of presence around them. You know what I mean? Like Luca's imposing on their space, and so they're going to and then other stuff. So anyway, Willow's going to kind of shake their head and be like, maybe we could start this from the top.
Yeah. Like the elemental stuff or everything else.
Willow gestures more. Gestures with a flourish, not a deliberate flourish. Their hands are just like that towards N.
Yeah.
More so you.
Yeah, I'm aware I've kind of dropped a lot on both of you during our little voyage.
It's fine, par for the course. Willow is going to duck out. They don't like really feeling
And
stuck in this place.
And we'll also leave the engine room.
It's a little more cozy in the general room, even if you're still in the middle of cleaning, but it gives you something to do while you talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Well.
Okay.
I suppose if we want to start the very top, I assume you both remember that I may or may not have mentioned that I am talking with my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's not so much verbal as like vision writing and just like a little wiggle with their fingers. Sometimes I see writing up here in pages of a book or on other surfaces and gestures at the wall. And I have plenty of reason to believe that that is the eye speaking to me. And we've spent the better part of the last 3 months talking, trying to reach a better understanding of each other, set terms, try and cooperate. And
quick question.
Yeah, and looking around the room, like seeing how everyone's reacting to that.
I do imagine, especially after they sort of exited the engine room, Willow's going to actually bring out their journal and be jotting notes, and they're going to sort of raise their hand at that time and cut in. Would you prefer me keep my questions for the end, or as we go?
You can go ahead and ask questions. It's not like I have a speech planned out.
Right. Well, does it have a tone of voice?
It's been changing with time.
In what way?
It started out very confused and alien, but I I'm quite sure through its experience, through being a part of me, it's started to take on a much more humanoid tone, one that we could mistaken for someone like you or I speaking.
But specifically, is its tone of voice, so to speak, tone of writing, beginning to resemble yours?
More or less, I suppose. I'm pretty sure that it is. Well, it's obviously experiencing the world through me, so I am nurturing it, I suppose, into whatever it is. At least from my understanding. Before you say anything, I know this all sounds pretty stupid. It's an alien eyeball planted in my head against my will. It could be lying to me.
Willow raises their hand. Luca, were you thinking that?
No.
I don't think Luca has a single thought about this, and I certainly wasn't thinking that, so just...
I have thoughts.
Sorry.
Just because
What
I'm
is your thought?
smart as you doesn't mean I don't have thoughts of my own.
It was a joke. I'm sorry. Do you have any questions for Anne?
Well, no, I don't have any thoughts now, but...
Well, let's just say I've entertained some pretty bad possibilities for all of this.
Of course. It is an alien eyeball in your head, so that's reasonable. Do you want to share any of them?
Well, I mean, it might not even be sentient. Maybe it's just, parroting what it's seeing back at me. Well, whatever it's actually doing just worms its way deeper inside, Could all just be a mirror.
It's still a form of... Until we know any of its motivations, I suppose we can't make assumptions about it.
No, it could also be a
planning.
Dalkir sleeper agent. It might not even know what it is until it gets in contact with a master or something. Anyway, not really important at this point because I've made a decision to behave in a certain way with it, and I'm not going to act as if those are possibilities right now because it doesn't matter.
Well, don't entertain anything that is...
I don't have evidence for anything. It's wild speculation. I'm working with what's in front of me.
Wild speculation in terms of something as wild as your eye isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's
That's all I've been doing.
Entertaining all possibilities, but if it does end up hindering your function in any way, then by all means. Willow sort of side glances at Luca. They're trying to find their words. Take only... Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, so there is a give and take, sort of, with your eye.
Yes, upon first beginning to speak with it, at least I attempted to lay down terms with the thing. I could tell very early on that we were going to need to, well, on account of us being part of the same body, we were going to need to work together to some extent. And I wanted to lay down some ground rules on how that would operate.
So it has opinions?
It is certainly gaining some, yes.
Like what?
Are you worried it hates you, Luca?
Well, that wasn't my first thought, but it was a thought.
It does not want me to separate from the two of you, so I would say that is... I would take that as probably being, some level of accepting of the two of you.
I look at Willow like it likes us.
Willow has their mouth kind of fell into a line at that, and they're just not looking at you at all, or either of you.
It's very intent on survival, which makes sense. most living things are. So
Yes.
a lot of its behavior seems to have a root in wanting to survive, which I mean, that is a goal that aligns with mine, so I don't have a lot of objections with that, assuming it is going to stick to one of our terms, which is that it does not take me over, that it doesn't change me, which it
Has it
agreed
not-
to. You know what I mean.
No, I'm just confirming the parameters of your arrangement with your eye. I just...
Turn me into something else. Something that's not N. Obviously, I can't undo what it's already done.
Yes, yes. Well... at least it is communicative.
Yeah, it certainly is a start, and I mentioned this to Willow, but I sometimes feel what it feels, and again, I understand it could all be make-believe. It could be something that it is inserting into my brain. It's not real, but I'm going to act as if it is. I'm going to assume it is, that I am feeling what it's feeling, and we are a give and take.
Is it nice?
And like narrows their eyes as they're trying to figure out how to answer that.
Willow looks, side glances Luca too, like, that's a question, I guess.
It listens, at least it seems to. It didn't like when I implied that it was going to kill me. It actually seemed rather upset about that, but we ironed that out, I think. As for its goals, it has mentioned a few, but they seem to be in flux at this point. The last time we, air quotes, spoke, it seemed a bit confused about what it wanted, and this is kind of what I mean by its seeming to change and grow almost every time we speak. It's learning things through experiencing the world through me. And that definitely shows itself in the way it speaks. And originally, it seemed to just want to grow these powers, become more powerful, use my powers, and like wiggles their fingers in the air, and gain knowledge. But it wanted power and knowledge, and now it seems to be questioning that. So I can't quite tell you what it wants at this point. Our original arrangement was that it would stick to my terms and help me grow stronger, and in exchange, I would seek out knowledge and keep using the powers.
Is it listening to us now?
It's always here, Luca. It's in my head. It's hearing everything I'm saying right now. And everything you're saying. And it is experiencing everything I'm experiencing. And I understand that might be unnerving for you both. But I
Willow's
can't
going
help
to
it.
shift forward a little. Is N's eyes exposed?
And would probably expose them now if Willow seems to be looking.
Can Willow come a little closer and lean sort of towards the eye?
Yeah, and we'll stay put.
Their hand is still with their pen on their book. And they are looking directly at the eye and they say, "How do you feel about it?"
I think N blinks involuntarily, but I mean, it's hard to tell. You can't really, you know, that's nothing.
Look,
Like,
I don't think it's going to talk to you. And like, kind of shifts away.
Well, I mean,
And
you
side
have
glances.
tried.
And side glances. Willow side glances and then and says, "Didn't say anything to you?"
Not. And we'll like quickly look around the room just to see if there's any writing that they didn't notice before.
Luca looks around as well. Like he expects to see writing or something.
Make an insight check on yourself.
Not the first time.
I better.
I think you're both confused by this.
Cool.
It's not really a... You don't even know how to begin with this, really.
Yeah, no, that's why I keep rambling around in different directions.
The eye also doesn't know how to begin with this.
Yeah. Anyway, we're kind of in a state of flux right now. There was a long period.
And walks away.
There was a long period there. Ed's like rambling now, like just trying to get back into their headspace. There was a long period where it seemed like we were just going to seek out knowledge, figure out what the Snapdragons were up to, because we were also aligned in that front, and I would keep using the power and it wouldn't do anything I didn't want it to do. But I have been using the power for a while and it keeps growing, and now the eye seems confused about what it wants.
Willow will gesture. Well, maybe we could go back to the initial question, which is a list of those powers, if you don't mind.
Right. Well, let's see. There's, of course, the fire.
Mm-hmm.
That was the very first power, obviously. That was how the fire.
Yes.
Yep. And that has lingered since. And sometime after that, and like flexes their hands, the whole blast thing, that manifested, as did the awakened mind stuff, the stuff that I used to talk in your heads.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can take a pause at any time if this is stressful for you, by the way.
thank you. I'm okay. And then I learned and like clenches their hands in front of them and makes like tearing motions. How to debilitate an enemy and make them more vulnerable. That was pretty recent. And speaking of Hex.
Hex. Will I remember that? When did you use that, Duncan?
Yep.
And I think I used it again. I think maybe in the spider, in the Barrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Will definitely knows. Okay, so debilitate an enemy. So the bubble.
Yeah, but I rebranded it. It looks different now.
Oh, how does it look? Just as an aside, because Willow's writing notes as Willow would be.
Yeah, I drew it in the sheet, but it's like and claps their hands and makes like a sliver of purple fire and then like tears it open.
Yeah. Cool. And Willow's making up spell names for you. Sorry.
Someone has to. And sometime after that, after I met the two of you, you remember what happened on the beach before Kai showed up?
I do, yes.
That manifested around at the time we were doing the chores for Aggie.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember it first happened with the cockatrice. I had never done it before. So that was new. Oh, and not long after the whole lighthouse debacle, I started to be able to see in the dark. That was also new.
Welcome to the club.
Handy.
It is handy, I'll give it that. And then this, and holds up the copper coin. I can force my way into people's minds. So, and it like gives a wry smile.
You said that in a particular way. Do you mean mind reading, or is it controlling?
Well, I
Sorry.
can't puppet anyone, but I can see what they're thinking, and if I can get past some mental barriers, I can dig deeper and learn all kinds of things they might not want me to know. That's how I knew about Roselia.
Mind reading might be a nicer way to phrase it than what you just said.
And shrugs. It's all been very gradual, from being able to project my thoughts into people's minds to being able to make it a two-way street, and now this.
Can I make an Arcana check on... I'll first ask to... And the ability to change how you look again. Your Willie gestures to, like, their own cheek. That happened around Luca's birthday, I recall.
Yes, that happened in conjunction with us, me and the eye, beginning to communicate. It was the first thing it did when we started speaking, is it gave me the ability to hide the changes.
So it's not your changeling ability, but the eye bestowing an ability.
Yes, that's why I assumed Damon was able to see through it.
Oh wait, I guess I should use detect magic or something.
You used it before.
I've already done it,
Yeah.
I got nothing more to glean, never mind.
Well, the thing that you can do with that Arcana check is sort of go over the spells that N has listed, because they are spells
that exist.
As you know, and like it is not uncommon for there to be like many ways of reaching the same conclusion.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although so the mind reading thing, that's not new per se, as in you've like heard, there's obviously stories of like spies having their mind read or something like that.
Yep.
Interrogation tactics, that sort of thing. Or like in fiction and like in news reports. What else?
Yeah. And
There
we'll also mention, like, the Mind Sliver thing. And also idly mention that they've got much better controlling the fire more recently.
Yeah.
Like, they can not only project thoughts into people's minds, they can also seem to just send a spike of pain into people's minds.
Wait, sorry, is N saying this out loud?
I'm talking a bit in meta, but N is talking about these spells as well.
Well, it will say, in what way?
Well, I do it and they reel, so I'm going to assume they are in pain.
Question, when did N find this out, do we know?
This was relatively recent. I think Mind Spike you maybe used on Roselia.
Yeah, I absolutely use it on Roselia. I know that for sure. I think I used it once before. I used it once on the Shadow because my Eldritch Blast kept missing. So I used Mind Sliver on a Shadow and I used it on Roselia. Yes.
Okay, Willow's actually going to ask, when did you test this?
Well, the first time was at the Barrow. There was a Shadow, and I successfully seemed to hit it with whatever this was. And another time it seemed to work with, again, on Roselia.
Ah, yes. Well, okay. Willow jots it down.
And of course there's also, and looks at Luca now, the whole whatever I did help get him back on his feet, you know?
Of course.
Now that's the thing that you are pretty familiar with, Willow. That's like Spare the Dying is a common, well-known first aids cantrip, basically.
I think Willow's, and that's the name? Like, that would be
Yeah, that is what it's called. It literally stabilizes a dying person.
Is that
Yeah, well,
It
it's
doesn't
going.
in universe?
Yeah,
Is it
I
called
assume
that?
that. Yeah,
Yeah, there'd be names, like spell names, because I think Willow's going to actually say that one would be Spare the Dying, I believe.
Oh.
Was I dying?
Luca, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's a shame.
That's why I brought you back.
Yeah.
The
Thank
fucking
you.
look Willow just gave Luca, like the flat.
Yeah, and also like
Oh.
stares at Luca
We-
and just like very pries their feelings off the grill and is like, okay, we're just
Yeah.
gonna smile and say, yep, we're gonna make a joke and move on now.
Yes, well, it has a name if you ever want to look it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And is probably gonna like open their book now.
It's pretty common. I imagine Secret Elsa has something to say about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
yep. Seeker Elsa definitely knows that spell.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
In fact, go.
No, go ahead.
No, go. It's something Willow will say towards the end of the convo, so if it's still going, then.
No, I think En's just going over all the spells in their head now, just making sure they didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Well, then Willow will say, on the topic of that, it seems more important, or rather, maybe not more important, but pertinent as ever to speak with Seeker Elsa.
I think I can handle one spell.
No. Not that part. Willow sort of rewinds their hands next to their head. The eye.
She has had a look at it before.
No. If the eye is learning from you, and only you, and you can only speak on your own experiences and your own observations, assuming that the eye is drawing from your experiences, it is more important than ever to ensure that you are getting a reasonable look at how you feel about everything, because you are teaching. Yes?
Yeah, I know. I know I'm teaching it. Or at least I can infer from my experiences that is the likely
We assume.
situation.
Everyone is always learning from everything. Maybe we'll be a poor influence on our elemental as well.
That's interesting, actually. It recently described itself as being similar to the elemental, actually.
Well, great minds, great eyes. Sorry.
I'm just a friend to elementals, apparently.
Yeah. Willow's face skewed when they said what they did about the elemental too, but they just went like, blitz past that, don't worry about it.
That's what we're doing in this conversation.
Yep. Just pedal to the metal, baby.
Yep, let's just get through it. Come
we
on,
don't
come on.
have time to unpack
Yeah.
all of that.
Yep.
But no, okay, yeah, Willow's going to say. So, what I'm trying to say is that Elsa's wisdom, world wisdom in general, will be more useful to you, as well as a diverse group, but not diverse in a, you know.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's important to get a lot of good perspectives when you are learning.
Exactly. And if your eye is capable of all of this, Willow gestures to their list of magic spells, then I suppose, regardless of what its intentions may be and how quickly it may turn on you, sorry to be blasé about it, I'm just getting through the points, best to equip it with the best of the best.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's what I've been trying to do, and that's also why I've been trying to, well, be its friend, essentially.
Doesn't hurt.
I mean, worked with the Blackfin, didn't it?
Willow shrugs, nods.
And it's like, yeah, tense smile, little shrug. It's not a one-to-one comparison. They're just kind of talking.
No. What they say about honey, etc., etc. Gestures vaguely at Luca.
I like honey.
Exactly. That's. Do you have any questions, Luca?
Yeah, Luca, what are you thinking?
This is... I'm mean, it's very confusing, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Yet.
At present, it's not. We are attempting to work together. And
It's just
understand
a
each
thing.
other.
Yes.
It hasn't come at me with animosity. We're just
In fact, it has protected you both, so
and
there's that.
yeah.
Does it have a name?
Ivan.
I believe, yes. I believe Willow decided its name was Ivan, but no. That is something I've been meaning to actually discuss with it if it ever wanted that. It doesn't
Can it
hurt.
talk to us now?
I don't think it's in a talkative mood. It hasn't even been talking
It's
to me.
less that. I mean, it's less that, and it's more like it doesn't know how.
Yeah, and it's just and saying that as a cover, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, I thought it liked us.
Maybe it's shy, Luca.
I think you see out of the corner of your eye some text written on a wall that says, "Should I talk to them?"
And kind of like flinches. They're looking past both both Luca and Willow at a wall and like flinch visibly.
Luca looks at the wall.
Willow looks back at N. Is that something?
One moment, please. Anne's gonna like turn their back.
Yeah.
with their books, like their books open in their hand because they've been writing some stuff down. They're gonna turn around.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Would it help?
I don't know. It depends what you'd say to them. It might just confuse them further.
Oh man, N and Willow and Luca just in the background looking at each other like,
Yeah.
this might as well happen.
I thought about a lot of things, but not this. Can you?
If you let me.
And like peers over their shoulder at Luca, crouched over their book.
Oh my god. Oh.
You think that if it were to talk to them, it would be the same way that you project your thoughts
Yeah.
into people's minds. It's just that you would be handing the controls to the eye.
Yeah.
Willow raises a brow at you with you a little like hunched over shoulder look. Willow's like,
Yeah, it's like seal emoji.
yeah. Seal emoji with just a touch of gremlin, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Luca's doing the confused dog head tilt.
Yeah.
We want to open this can of worms. And it's like sitting there thinking about this.
Up to you.
Maybe another day. Let's just one step at a time. But rain check on this one.
The eye.
That to us. Sorry.
No, it ends.
Yeah.
Ends writing.
Sorry.
God. Can I see anything about the book? I don't mean to pry, but can I
Can I
Make
pry?
I don't mean to pry, except I do mean to pry. Make a perception check. What are you trying to glean?
I think the main thing is, like accidentally glancing at someone's phone while they're texting. That's what Willow's done. If there's anything about the page in a passive glance that will
You
catch
just
their
see
eye.
like N's writing, basically.
So that I don't see any writing coming back.
Nope.
There's probably like
So
some
Anne's like-
gaps between ends, like sentences, like some larger gaps than
Yeah.
normal. Where other
Yeah,
writing.
there's like significant line breaks, let's say.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's going
look-
to register to Willow as like, okay, they're going to write down in their book.
I'm gonna look at Willow and ask them to give me their pen and paper for a sec.
Oh, Willow's writing. Wait.
And is gonna close
Willow
the book.
looks at you like,
And I like
Scorn.
sweep my hands like, come on, quickly.
Willow hands you the book.
And I just write, hello, question mark.
And turns around and is met by this scrap of paper.
Did it
Is-
work?
Did you rip
Looking
my
at
book?
the paper.
Willow handed you
No.
the book. Did you rip a piece of paper?
No, I didn't. I wrote hello at the bottom of the page, a little question mark, and then I'm looking at it, and then I'm looking at N. But I'm not showing N the word. I'm like looking at it and seeing if it connected.
I'm pretty sure it understands you without you having to write.
Well, did it say it back?
I don't know, Luca did it.
No.
Willow
I
steals
hand my
their
stuff
book
back to Willow.
No, Willow snatches their book. Willow snatches their book back out of your hand when they realize what you're doing. They thought you were writing a note down.
I'm trying an experiment. It's scientific.
Okay. Willow now you see this like big like strike as Willow just like slices their pen through the hello and continues writing. Like they have organized notes and there's just like this hello in the middle.
It was
Truly
the bottom of
Luca
the
experience.
page.
Bottom of the page. That's still
Yeah.
part of the organization of the notes. If Willow's got a bullet list, now they have to arrange it around your hello. It's just
Luca, the head empty experience of Luca, except now written down for your
Yeah.
enjoyment.
With the same tone of the person who got water poured on them and went,
exactly.
hello?
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look, that's one step at a time.
Okay.
It seems like it might be possible, but we'll just. This
Maybe
is a
we
lot.
can do that on our date.
Side glances. a little bit.
and
No.
stares. You need to stop calling it that.
I thought we agreed to that being the name.
You said it, and I didn't fight you. So I just had a
Yeah?
nice bath, and I didn't feel like fist fighting.
That's Mim laughing, not Willow. Willow's holding back on a laugh.
Anyway, half the reason I'm talking about this is because of that. So you understand
Yes.
what I'm capable of.
And speaking of Luca, are you... enlighten me, what's the state? Again, just to get everything clear.
Anne is gonna.
Mine-
I look at their paper and point at the thing that said "go into the brain," even if there's like barriers up. Do that.
Yes, okay. Well, are you ready for that? Willow asks Luca.
I
It
imagine
has a dumb expression.
I would imagine you'd want some more time with Elsa to make sure that if I poke anything sensitive, it's not going to result in a bad time.
Yes, that's a smarter choice. Rather, I should say, when will you be ready for that? Rather, think about when you will be ready for that and don't rush it, if you can.
I'll be here.
I'm not rushing.
Good. Willow's got that leftover, like, bite to their voice from, like, how they snatched back their book, but they don't mean it in that way. It's just a curt way of speaking.
And
Their fur is just ruffled.
Yeah.
if any of this makes you uncomfortable in any way, one, I understand, and two, it is one of our terms that if the eye does something to hurt any of you against my will, then, well, deals off, essentially.
That is indeed part of why it was so hesitant to
Yeah.
speak up.
Yeah.
You realize it is incapable in some ways of acting without your permission.
Yeah.
Oh.
Willow seems a bit quiet about that bit, but then after writing something down, is that its only ultimatum?
No, I told you about the other one. If it changes me.
Hmm.
Starts taking over and changing me into something else. And gets a bit of a distant look. They're thinking about the Nothic now, actually.
Hmm.
Mhm.
They're gonna try and shake that off. Yeah, let's see. Hurt someone against my will. It's not even specifically you two. It's just anyone that I don't want to hurt. Deals off. And if it overrides my control of my body, we have made it very clear that this is my body, not its body, then that's it. And yeah, that's kind of the 3 cardinal rules we've set out with.
And you don't need to answer this. But what do you mean by that's it?
And shrugs. But they're not looking at you.
Right. Well, Willow will now snap their book shut. That's productive.
Good to hear. I'm
Plenty to work with.
open to any thoughts you have or anything you dig up in all those very, 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 very niche books of yours.
Willow does a little smirk as they look away. Yes, well, you can find information about some of these spells in less very, 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 very niche books. So, as well as company.
Yeah, it's a start.
Willow nods. Lucas seem okay?
Just confused, mostly.
He's
As long
just
as he's
doing
just
the head
confused.
empty puppy.
He's
Yeah.
trying to understand everything that was told to him, but it's a lot.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah, and knows, but at least it's laid out now instead of just bits and pieces thrown at you from across the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am open to questions, and I'm not going anywhere, so this isn't like a narrow window. And they're specifically talking to Luca at this point.
I guess because I have no questions, I don't fully understand.
That's fine. Willow's Willow, and I've had the thing for 5 years, so.
If we
Well, I can
found a
talk.
body, could we put it in that? Like an empty body.
As I recall, Luca, Aggie seemed to, state quite clearly that taking the thing out is going to probably kill me. So, and says with like a very, like, stiff smile.
Yeah, Willow immediately gave Luca the look of like, oh, your only question is so like, first of all, yucky. Secondly, like, oh, you don't have the foresight to see what the answer to that question is, you know?
So, until we perhaps find a alternative way to give it its own vessel that will not kill me, that's not really an option, is it?
No, no. For now, we learn to survive with
We coexist.
the predicament. Yes.
Like fish.
Enlighten me, Luca. How is this like fish?
The fish that swim on the sharks.
Ah, yes, I see what you're getting at. Yes. We're trying to diffuse now. Look at it. Yes, you know that they make a gesture with their hand, like shark hand. and then
Remora.
clap the other one onto it. And, you know, it's symbiotic. It's a
Yeah.
it's a mutually advantageous arrangement that happens in
That
the
is
ocean.
that is a good way to put it. Yeah, we both do we both get something out of this.
Yes. powers in life. So, anyway, Willow's like, getting awkward with this. Like,
It was a mistake to ask Luca if he had questions.
I am somehow responsible for this. I need to diffuse this. Okay. So yes, that's very productive, and I think we could call it there. Any further questions we can workshop? Willow looks directly at Luca now, like, run it by me first. And I could tell you about other situations where these sorts of spells have existed in the past without being related to eyebolts. Maybe.
And nods.
Well, I assume if people were using these spells, they had eyes. Some of them, at least.
And we are going to teach other basics of magic and such. So I think that will be useful. But let's giving that look to Luca like, just completely overlooked Luca by like not acknowledging at all what he said.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Luca deflates a little bit. Like, oh, once again, I am unable to contribute to a conversation.
No, you're contributing something. Here, I'll get you a book. Willow gestures at Luca like, I'll get you something to read so you stop talking. So they're going to, they're going to jump behind their, or walk behind. For some reason I imagined them sliding over the actual workbench. I think Luca's got them feeling bouncy. So yeah, Willow jumps over their workbench and then like disappears behind it and is going to bring out just like a stack of, I imagine like entry-level magic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like give one to Luca.
You have a big single door stopper book that's like fundamentals of magic. It's like a textbook, like a school textbook. It probably is a school textbook.
It probably is a school textbook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Willow
What
stole a
school is it? A
textbook.
textbook? Okay.
No, Willow's gonna do a big grin and like thump it on the desk and then sort of push towards Luca like the basics.
And he'll.
It's like fundamentals spell work, and it's like rated for, I don't know,
K to 12.
yeah. I was gonna say like 13 up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a high school level magic baby.
Yeah, entry level, year 7, you know.
Yeah. No, and Willow's going.
Have I ever read anything like this before?
You're familiar with some of the basics of spell work, but it's just like from a different perspective. This is very like technical. You're more familiar with the obviously the Blood of Vol teachings, because you do spells. You can cast magic. It's just a different approach to it, you know?
Yeah. And Willow's going to mention as well, like maybe you'll learn a little about your own dragon mark.
Do you have an?
You know,
book?
it's the difference between learning anatomy from a medical perspective and from like an artist's perspective is how I would compare it.
Okay.
So it's like medical anatomy, you understand which muscles connects to where and like what they actually do, whereas artist anatomy, it's more about understanding the shape. Whereas like a doctor may not be able to draw muscles accurately, but they know what all their names are and what they do.
Yeah.
I like lean to Willow and slightly like, do you have an empty book that I can write in?
Willow takes a deep sigh, like relieved, and they like that question and they'll nod and dig around in one of their.
Yeah, you can
imagine,
find a notebook.
Yeah, they would have notebooks, and give Luca his own pen and his own notebook and the book and a lot of faith, and just leave him to it.
I'm gonna study
Your
hard.
cleaning has been. Your cleaning session has been interrupted by an impromptu study session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Can I
fine.
take this book home?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
The textbook as well.
Oh, that's what I thought. Oh, yes, that book's yours. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Willow.
not a problem.
I'm staring at the book like I'm hoping it will inject knowledge into my brain just by looking at it.
Well, you do have to read the contents. One more
Damn
step
it.
to do.
Damn it.
Willow's literally gonna, like, I imagine Lucas staring at it. Willow walks past, opens the book to like a page that he should start on. Start with that one, like
Yeah.
a diagram, I imagine, like something.
Yeah.
visual. And then
Yeah, it's like-
Willow's going,
The Siberian theory of like conducting magic energy in the universe. And it's
Yeah.
like if you perform
it's-
certain, it's like
it's got nice
it's
colors.
the water
Lucas.
cycle. It's
Yeah.
the water cycle, but for magic.
It's good. It's got pictures and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
You'll get it, Luca.
Yeah. Willow's going to
There's
clap their hands
like-
together. I'm going to make tea.
I can do that.
Luca closes the book.
Yeah,
Puts it
immediately.
down. I need to not be looking at schoolwork. So it is evening. You've had a long, productive day of cleaning out the scrap bucket.
Mhm.
Anne and Luca head home. Any
you wanna-
conversations on the way back, or
Oh. Did we want to grab dinner? Or. I guess you guys
Yeah.
would go home for dinner.
I don't
No,
stay
you
out for dinner.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we
okay.
want to have dinner together, we can always have dinner together.
Yeah.
Does Willow
raining?
seem like they want company?
Is it still storming outside?
I don't think it's storming anymore, but I do think it's like wet.
Answer my goddamn motherfucking question.
That's. I mean, we might be able to just get. Like, we're hungry. Might as well get food at the quail or something.
Can I check to see if Willow wants company?
Yes.
Willow is
No,
asking us
it's-
out. Eat.
How do I check? Inside?
I don't
Yes.
even know how to answer this question. Willow's hungry. Like,
Never
what?
fucking mind then.
Hard to read.
Let's
Uh,
get
Willow-
dinner.
You're all hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get dinner.
Let's get dinner. Willow's like, sure. And there's the answer to your question.
Yeah.
Might
Put
be
my
cat
arm around
barrel.
Willow's shoulder and start like leading them off.
They don't want to. Okay. They'll probably spare the way, spare themselves of your proximity.
Yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't mind going for a walk. Probably going to smack the stone as well. Feel clean
Mhm.
after all that cleaning.
Yeah. And will too.
Yeah.
Just to get
Look up.
dust and stuff off of them.
Yeah.
Is Kat around? Is she coming back tonight?
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
you know what? You could meet her at the Quail.
Yeah.
Let's say we meet at the quail. Nice diffusing of our earlier vibes as well.
Yeah.
Nice brain empty moments.
Yep.
She can update us on the Jenny.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Have we organized sending all the stuff to them yet? Or
Yeah,
getting
that
it to
was
them?
what Kat was doing, basically.
Cool. One step closer to getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, cool. That's nice. We have a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah. Just
money.
chill.
all of the food
What-
we've had today, I have not actually priced, so I'm going to write down.
We bought food from home.
Willow bought food.
No, Willow
Wow.
bought food.
We'll have brought food. If you to let's do this the
The easy way.
thingamajig. Yes, lifestyle expensive. Let's say you spent a total of a gold today, Willow, just like we're rounding up in terms of like price per day. A modest lifestyle costs about a gold a day.
Okay, so today I spent a gold. I don't think I counted whatever Kat and I ate yesterday, so I'll do that after. Or it's just a gold for that too.
Yeah.
My notes just say yet today 1G. Yesterday, who knows that? Yesterday.
Got your character sheet open?
No, I'm just writing to make sure that I what's the word? Because I also need to put away the 5 silver that from spending the other second night at the Gold Dragon. So I'm gonna do
Yeah.
that. 2.
So that would be like half of
Yeah.
the expense, basically.
So 42. Yep, cool. I got rid of 2 gold. I think that's all. Right? And yesterday?
Bookkeeping, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So, any meaningful conversations while you're at dinner or nah?
I think I'm enjoying the lack of meaning, honestly.
Yeah,
just chill.
Just friendly chatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, we just sit and listen to Kat talk about her day.
Yeah. And then makes banter with Kat. And it's very casual, very
Yeah.
nice. Very easy.
Yeah, it's just comfortable. Yep.
It's like our first convo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice. Cat's nice.
Yeah.
So, and Luca then head back for the night. Part ways. Kat's gonna be bunking again with Willow.
Don't bunk too loudly. Or do, I guess, because you're on the...
Anyway.
Anne's gonna like take
Anyway.
Luca's arm and drag him along.
Did he say that out loud?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, Willow's just like looking at him.
Yeah, Anne's gonna
Dismay.
remove this man from the situation and just take him by the sleeve and tug him along. Good night.
Meanwhile, Luca literally looks like he's trying to understand like sound density traveling through wood walls.
On the ocean.
Don't
Yeah,
hurt
but,
yourself on it, big guy.
I think the second they leave, though, Willow's going to unleash like a big yawn.
Long day?
Apparently. Certainly feels like it.
Let's get you bundled up into your nice fresh bed, huh?
Yay! Yeah, Willow's going to basically be like, good, yeah, cool. I don't want to say it out loud because it sounds much more mushy than Willow thinks, but warm bed with a cat in it. Doesn't matter what we do, it's gonna feel nice. That's what cats like Willow is
Yeah,
doing.
cozy.
Yeah. Gonna get us
Hell
up-
yeah,
gonna
nap
get us up
time.
in. Yeah. Everything smelling fresh, everything nice. Yeah, that's basically Willow's head's doing this. Me sleepy, cat warm, soft.
Yep.
Love that. It's a nice reprieve from the maths meme head empty that was happening this morning.
You're literally
Yep.
doing the world hard, titty soft right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. More or
Thinking
less.
difficult. Boob. Easy.
Uh-huh. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Luca and then head home. Any meaningful
like-
conversation? Any conversations there, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna like nudge and not literally like into a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What? Gosh!
No, nudging. If Luca gently nudged N, I feel like N would
Go
stumble
through the
go
wall.
flying.
and fly into the sea.
Uh-huh.
It's like a Super Smash Bros. Like when you knock someone out.
Yeah, I am already
Yeah.
at 999 damage.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
I'm going to nudge without touching N.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, how are you feeling?
Fine, I guess. As fine as you can be. Talking about that kind of stuff is, you know, it's a bit unnerving. But I'll be fine.
I hope I didn't poke any of those on nerves too badly. I know I'm not, you know, the best at it, but
Don't worry
Sorry.
about it, Luca. I wasn't feeling too great to begin with. You didn't make it any worse than it already was.
you weren't feeling good?
Talking about it isn't exactly a joyful experience for me.
I can't say that I understand, but I
That's fine.
can imagine.
You don't have to
Well-
understand my personal experience, and you have time to understand the rest.
And I pat the books that Willow gave me. Well, if it was hard, you should talk to Seeker Elsa. She might be able to help soothe the nerves that have been exposed. She's good at that.
It's alright. I am plenty experienced with picking myself back up after I have an unpleasant experience with the eye.
Actually, I think she wanted to talk to you, so maybe you could.
I'm
bring it
sure
up
she
while
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'll get to it.
What's their vibe?
I don't know. What is my vibe, Luca? And it is lying to you.
Okay.
Oh,
They seem a bit too casual about talking to Elsa when they're usually a little more soft about it.
Yeah.
They're treating Elsa as if Elsa is... Cat is the best example I can think of, just very casually. Just a very casual person.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've been talking. Not me and you. Me and Elsa.
Ah, yes. I mean, I was hoping so.
Hmm.
Did that go well?
Well,
I
Yes.
guess that's kind of an odd question. You were feeling better the next morning, so I can only assume that it was a productive session.
yeah. Yeah. Sometimes crying is productive, you know?
I'm sorry if you cried.
That's okay. That's what I have. So I have to accept it and be okay with it.
Well, that makes two of us, right?
Yeah.
I'm glad you had a talk. That's what I was hoping for as soon as we docked.
Is that why you didn't come and hug Seeker Elsa right away?
Yeah, you got me. I wanted to make sure you two had some time together, since I knew you probably needed it.
You're sweet.
And shrugs.
Ivan is a very on the eye name.
You can blame Willow for that one.
Well,
It's not decided on.
it might have its own name.
It doesn't have any memories.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like you in that it doesn't have any memories since before it was planted in me.
Hmm.
It's only been awake as long as it's been with me.
Me too, kind of.
You've been awake for, I guess, about the same amount of time, huh?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Something we could talk about. Me and Ivan.
Let's not settle on a name. I haven't asked its opinion yet. We've had other issues to deal with.
Like eyelashes falling into your eye.
Oh yeah, that's just the worst.
Because then both of you feel the pain and it's like double pain, right?
Yeah. Yeah. When I feel, it feels. So. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the direct contact of the eyelash is even more agonizing for it.
I'm gonna look close. Does N have like dark eyelashes or light eyelashes?
I'd say dark.
Ah. Well, I'm looking at them now. Like I've just realized that they're there.
Then kind of leans away, like under the scrutiny.
Are they long?
Yes.
Are they upturned?
Yes, and has like longer lashes on the bottom than the top.
Ah, wow. I'm jealous. Very pretty.
And punches Luca in the arm. You have other features to be proud of.
Oh, I didn't say I wasn't pretty. I just said you were also pretty.
You said you were jealous.
Well, I'm jealous that you have long lower lashes, but I have puffy under eyes, which you don't, so I'm very cute.
Right, we're all balanced out then.
Exactly. If I had long lashes, they would get in the way of the puffy. I like poke my under eyes a little bit.
Sure. Yep.
So, with that light banter, you head back home. How late do you think it is?
I don't know how. I guess I kind of imagine It's a little after dark. Like, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't think it's like
Okay.
too late, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so still relatively early. In which case, Seeker Elsa is in the living room, reading. When you come back, she greets you both.
Yep.
Asks how your day was.
Yeah, and
Well-
Will is going to try and like give a brief like overview. Like, yeah, we cleaned Willow's boat. It went well, and then we went out for dinner and like foot out
Yeah.
the door kind of conversation. Like, I'll give you the
Mhm.
brief of it, but you know, I'm gonna go to my room. Kind of, but
Oh,
they're not
mhm.
saying it. They're just like inching with conversation
Yeah.
and body language. Like, I'll leave you
Luca.
and
Yeah.
Luca to it. You know.
Luca gestures like, do you want to help me in the kitchen?
I can.
Thanks.
I'll just put my stuff away then.
Thank you. I give Seeker Elsa a look, and then I'm going to the kitchen.
Right, and we'll drop off their stuff and like have a moment in the room where they like drag their hands down their face because they can read, they can read, and just like give a very angry glare to the wall, as if Luca is thwarting a very carefully laid out plan. And they're pissed off about it, and then they're gonna like gather themselves and go back out.
So what's Luca doing in the kitchen, if anything?
I imagine he's just getting like tea and biscuits ready. Yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. And then just putter around, just making idle conversation. And then when tea is ready, he'll be like, oh, can you take those to Seeker Elsa? I'm going to take mine to my room. And then he's like at the door with his pile of books, like, I'm going to go study. Can you take those to Seeker Elsa for me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Internal and like, I see you, you piece of shit. I see you.
Luca.
But external and it's like, yeah, I can do that. Just casual. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's biscuits too. I made a plate.
I
Mhm.
see
There's a
them.
lot there, but yeah. I guess if you want to split it with Seeker Elsa, you can. Okay, I'm going to go study. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Tuttles off.
Mhm.
Break your brain on it. All right. He's gonna pick up the tray. Like, yep, this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is just
Okay.
perfectly normal.
I think Seeker Elsa is still in the living room, so it's like a little more open public space.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Luca's very busy, so he asked me to deliver these to you.
Mm. And yourself?
There is two cups of tea on that
Mhm.
tray.
Yeah.
I see you.
Are you busy?
No, I was just gonna head to bed. It's been a long day. You know,
Hmm.
cleaning up that whole boat. We made such a mess on the voyage.
Hmm.
Takes a lot out of a person.
I can imagine. All right then. Let me know if you need any help with resting or if you're having trouble getting to sleep.
No, I've been fine. And it's like looking at the other tea now. The other cup of tea.
Would you like to sit down?
And looks at the chair. They're kind of seizing up. I think Elsa would be able to detect that
Yeah,
they're kind of freezing up about something. Well, we wouldn't want this to go to waste. And we'll sink into the seat and like swipe the tea off the tray and drink it. Probably in like one gulp. Just like
Just chugs your
yeah,
tea.
just like sip,
Like a
they're,
shot.
tipping their head back, just like drinking it.
Yeah. Seeker Elsa takes a quieter sip of hers and please have some biscuits as well. Luca's piled them up, and once they're out of the tin, they can get stale a little easily.
I suppose I always have room for more. And flashes a smile and pulls over a couple biscuits.
And make an insight check.
Okay. Oh boy.
Ooh.
If you wanted to leave, you could, and Seeker Elsa would not chase you. She is aware that you are uncomfortable about something, and she is giving you the opportunity to make the first move here.
Mm.
You know she knows
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
that something is up. And
You also know that she knows that you murdered someone a couple days ago, so
I don't know that specifically.
I mean, you can assume.
I think Luca did say that he's probably told Elsa.
I think I
Yeah.
feel like I did. I'm like glossed over it, but I mentioned that I mentioned it. So
Yeah.
you know that
Yeah.
she knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think after like some silence of munching on biscuits,
Yeah.
how's Luca doing?
I think he's doing quite well, all things considered. Obviously, the incident that he mentioned was quite jarring and quite upsetting. But we're working on giving him the tools to cope with it, and hopefully he won't be caught unawares by that sort of thing again.
That's good. I know it was a very upsetting situation for him.
I heard you helped heal him a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know I had it in me, but apparently I did.
I'm glad the two of you were able to look after each other while you were out there.
And nods. They're not looking at Elsa.
I know that neither of you will stay here forever. And, I'm glad that when you do go, that you each have somebody who will look after you. Watch each other's backs, if you will. The war might be over, but it will take a long time before the scars it left have healed.
Am I really the kind of person you want to be watching Luca's back?
Elsa tilts her head. What do you mean?
He told you what I did, didn't he?
Yes. I understand that you all were in combat with a very dangerous individual who repeatedly meant you harm and, in fact, almost did kill Luca. And that you reacted in an understandable way.
You don't have to sugarcoat it.
I don't think I am. But neither am I going to condemn you for it.
Yes, well, of course, it's a perfectly reasonable response. We were being attacked. I needed to do something about it. We needed to do something about it. She was a war criminal. She had intentions to kill us. I met her with violent intent. And how could you blame me? Especially when she
Sounds
almost
like
killed Luca.
I believe she almost killed you as well.
She tried.
But beyond that, it sounds like you are not at peace with it.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Because you see, Seeker Elsa, Rosalia isn't the first person I've killed, and she won't be the last. And is staring at Elsa now. They've got a different look in their eye. Something darker.
I think there's a slight frown. The people who harmed you back in Sharn.
Has Luca told you about it?
No, you did. Back when you first explained.
Yes, well, I'm going to take care of them. I'm gonna wipe them off this miserable continent. And I don't intend to do it delicately.
She nods slowly.
So I'll
Do you
ask
seek
again.
to...
Do you want me to watch Lucas back? Do you want a person like me?
Elsa sort of not quite grimaces, but she exhales and dips her head a little bit, like you're putting her on the spot.
And looks away. They're like leaned back in their chair in an oddly like casual posture. They've got like one arm up, one arm down. Their knees are crossed.
Yeah. Forced casual.
Maybe not even forced, but familiar.
Yeah. Ultimately, it is not my decision with whom Luca chooses to spend time with or put his trust in. But I don't think it is misplaced in you. She lifts her head up and meets your eye contact. You are more cynical than he is, and in some cases that is a useful trait to have. By that same merit, I think that it probably is a good thing for you to spend time around Luca, who has worked very hard to become as gentle as he is now.
I can't be gentle. Not with what's ahead of me. I'm not a good person. I'm not everything you thought I was, and I'm never going to change into what you want me to be. I'm just this.
What do you think I want you to be?
More like you. More like Luca. Someone who helps
Elsa shakes her
people.
head.
What is it then? What do you want from me?
I don't want anything, En. You've been a lovely house guest, and I appreciate your help around the poppy when you've been here. I'm glad that you are Luca's friend. But you are not beholden to me. Obviously, there is some give and take to be expected for our current living arrangements, but you're not my student. I can't force anything upon you that you don't already want to take. Neither lessons nor morals.
I guess so.
I would just hope that you are able to find a way forward that you can live with without tormenting yourself.
En's like kind of sunken away from their almost cocky posture and dark stare, and they've sunken back in on themselves a bit.
If you would like my advice, you are free to ask it, but
What would you do in my position? You knew there were people out there who torture and kill, have enough money in their pocket that there's no way that the guard or any sort of system of justice is ever going to take them down. They'll just talk their way out of it. They'll pay their way out of it. They'll always find a way to wiggle out of it. I can't trust someone to do justice with any sort of, air quotes, power. No one knows. No one's going to believe me. I'm going to be the one who's crazy. If I try to tell anyone, I'm the one who's going to be put away. I'm the one who's going to be killed, and they'll just get to walk free and keep doing what they're doing to those people. I was there when they died, Elsa. I
think Elsa reaches across and takes your hand and squeezes it gently. She looks at you with sympathy in her eyes.
I am a monument to those people who died. I am their knife. I am their will to survive. That it's not for me. I'm not killing because I'm angry about what they did to me. I was there when they died. They're part of me now.
She puts her other hand over yours and holds it gently.
I don't want you to hate me for it, but I can't back down now. I need to do this.
I don't hate you, En. I never have. I don't think I could ever hate someone who, when so wounded, so wronged, sought justice for others who suffered with them.
I wanted to live
Luca
so
might
bad.
have... And that is what you should do. You should live. You should be able to live with joy in your heart. Because the greatest cruelty, beyond condemning all those poor souls to oblivion, to never partaking in the holiness of life again, is that if they robbed you of yours, if you cannot find joy, if you cannot find community in life, if you cannot find will and reason to continue, then that is almost as bad as if they had ended you there. Luca might have chosen a path of redemption, but there are many ways to honor life, to have faith, and seeking those who have avoided justice She bows her head and squeezes your hands again. It is also a difficult thing that you have undertaken, but it is a noble one.
I hope so.
Those who spill blood cruelly, thoughtlessly, or worse, for their own enjoyment, those are the ones that I despise. Not you.
And is going to lift their head and look at Elsa now, and she can see that there's like tears dotting her eyelashes.
Elsa brings you in a little bit and places her forehead against yours. I have faith in you.
And gonna wrap Elsa up in their arms and hug her.
She hugs you back. Strokes your hair. And just holds you as you cry. Says comforting words until the tears die down.
Luca said once that when everything was done, maybe we could come back here. Just be En and Luca.
That sounds nice.
If you'd have me.
I would. She strokes your hair again and cups your cheek. Rubs her thumb along it. It's a gesture that is... You can't remember the last time you've felt anybody cup your face in a parental way like that.
No.
The warmth of it almost makes your eyes prickle with tears again.
Yeah, and just kind of squeezes their eyes shut and soaks it in a bit.
Whatever you choose. Wherever your path may lead you. I have faith that you will make the right choices. I have faith that the love in your heart cannot be so easily extinguished.
En's going to... Oh, go ahead.
Just remember that no matter what happens, you must choose to live a life that you would be proud of. Not myself, not Luca, not anybody else. You need to live your life in a way that you can be satisfied with.
Yeah, and is going to take Elsa's wrist and kind of draw her hand in a bit of a fist to their chests and kind of just hold her like knuckles almost against En's heart, which you can probably feel is racing.
Yeah.
And they're going to do their best to make eye contact with Elsa.
Her eyes are also a little bit damp.
I honestly don't know what I can promise at this point, but I'm always going to try and do the right thing. Even if I don't know
That's
what that is.
all I can ask for. That's all I can ask for.
I can promise you
And
that.
yeah. I think at that point, Seeker Elsa leans in and gives you a kiss on the forehead.
Mm.
If I were in your position, I imagine I would feel much the same.
You're not just saying that,
I
are
would
you?
also... No. I mean... She sort of huff laughs and waves a hand. You've seen my previous work at the Barrow? What I'm capable of when I feel people need protecting?
It's good work.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about all of that.
It was interesting to see you in your armor.
I guess that's not all too familiar to you, is it?
Sorry, my internet died.
No worries. Yeah, and so I guess that my armor is not too familiar to you, is it?
No, I suppose not.
You kind of
I do
busted
try
right
to
through.
make this... I think you were ready to shed it.
Maybe you're
I
just
do
the right
try to
person.
make. Hmm. I'm glad I can be. Let's finish these biscuits before they go moldy.
Sounds good.
Elsa makes you another cup of tea and you talk it through a little bit.
Yeah.
Pick yourself up after the big explosive cry.
Yeah. And knows they're not beholden to Elsa, but
Yeah.
they can't stand the thought of her being disappointed in them. Or thinking they're not good enough. That's what they were really afraid of.
Well, you faced that fear. And it was unfounded.
So many of those these days. So different.
I think as you're washing up for bed and heading inside, you look at yourself in the mirror and see the eye
Yeah.
flare slightly.
I'll look around the room, see if anything appears. If it's got anything to say, or if it's just doing its thing.
I think it writes a message on the mirror. Just small. There is purpose to us seeking power.
Yeah.
We want justice.
And it's
That
gonna,
is what we yearn for.
yeah. And it's gonna like rub their thumb under the glass where the writing is. We'll
It
get
fades.
justice. We'll get justice. We'll find a way.
I think we end the scene there.
Yeah.
Do we want to wrap the episode there or keep going?
I mean, it's a good time for it. That's like very
Yeah.
bookended.
It's
Yeah.
an
Episode.
I got the episode vibes. I just also have the I can't go to sleep on this feeling.
Imagine how it feels.
I know. Every day I do. I have that feeling of like I want to sit with this for a week. But no, it is a good place.
I think we do have to sit with this for a week.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, we do. As it started winding down, I was like, oh, this is the conclusion, isn't it? This is such a good end, considering the beginning. It's a very good episode. It's good. It's a good place to start. Anything else would be weekend.
I'm gonna say, I imagine the closing scene is En's gonna like push off the mirror, and we don't focus on En leaving the mirror, but we do focus on the little packet of like paper that they wrap the paint or whatever it is that they scraped out of the hotel. They're still lying on their desk, and we're gonna focus on that as En walks